We're still gathering here. Just one more minute. Yes, sir.
Ready to go?
Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. The meeting has come to order. First thing we have is the reading of the December 17th meeting minutes. Does anyone have any changes or corrections? Anybody have a motion, please?
I move that we adopt the minutes of December 17, 2025.
I second.
Any discussion on the motion? Commissioner Correa,
Aye.
Commissioner Conaway,
Aye.
Commissioner Drexler,
Aye.
Commissioner Gray,
Aye.
and I vote aye. The motion carries. Is there anyone present who wishes to make public comment?
No one in the room, Chairman.
Thank you. Consent agenda. May we have a motion if no one wishes to take anything off the calendar?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second the motion.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 I vote aye. Motion carries. Number one on the regular agenda is the matter of the adoption of regulations for community energy facilities. It's proposed order number 10927. Whoever presents, please start.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Stephen Ferguson on behalf of staff. Staff asked the Commission to publish as final the proposed changes to Regulation 3013, which is the rules for and regulation of community energy facilities. By way of background, on June 4th of 2025, the Commission issued order number 10723, which reopened the regulations. Staff has proposed amendments to Regulation 3013 to increase efficiencies, make improvements to the customer solicitation process, make revisions to comply with the Delaware Registrar of Regulations Style Manual, and other revisions based on feedback from interested stakeholders. Staff held a public workshop on August 7, 2025 to review the amendments with interested stakeholders and receive feedback. After that workshop, staff made additional revisions based on the feedback received and posted them to the docket on August 11th. Staff then requested any additional comments or feedback provided by September 5th, and no additional comments or feedback were received. So on October 15th, 2025, the Commission ordered the publication of the proposed regulations by order number 10828. Those regulations were then published in the November Register of Regulations. Public hearing was held on December 3rd. Public notice of the hearing was posted on the PSC's website and also in the November Register of Regulations. PSC staff received written public comment on the proposed regulations from Turning Point, Soldage, and Perch Energy. As outlined in staff's memorandum to the commission, the written public comment received focused on 3 specific sections of the proposed regulation. First, section 2.1.4 regarding the community energy facility location. The amendments provide clarification that the entire parcel of land containing a community energy facility and all related equipment must be within Delmarva's service territory. Staff's basis for this change is the definition of community-owned energy generating facility that is in the code, 26 Delaware Code, section 1001. The statutory definition is a renewable energy generating facility located in the service area of a utility under the regulation of the commission. So the amendment is consistent with the definition in the code. In their comments, TPE and Soldage request that the amendment to the section be removed and instead to interpret the meaning of a facility located in Delmarva's service territory to mean the physical location of the electric meter to be in Delmarva's service territory. However, this interpretation runs contrary to the plain language definition of a community energy facility set forth in the code. It is staff's understanding that the legislature is working on making changes to this section of the Delaware Code in the upcoming legislative session. If and when those changes are made, staff will reopen the regulation and make the necessary changes to comply with the updated law. In the interim, as outlined in staff's memorandum, the electric boundary modification process to locate an entire parcel in Delmarva's service territory is available and is a fairly routine filing process that does not cause undue burden to the parties. So for these reasons, staff does not propose to further amend this section of the regulation at this time. Turning Point Energy also proposed that new subsection 12.4.1 be reworded such that the 30-day notice for a change in ownership for projects that have a preliminary certificate to operate, but not yet a final certificate, be required to be given within 30 days after the change in ownership rather than 30 days before. TPE's basis for this proposed change is the complexity of these transactions make it difficult to determine a specific transaction date 30 days out from the closing. Soldage's comments supported this same change requested by TPE. Staff believes that this requested change is reasonable and has amended subsection 12.4.1 to now read, notice must be provided to the commission within 30 days after the change in ownership. Staff does not believe this amendment is substantive in nature. Finally, Perch Energy submitted comments in support of new subsection 8.0, which is regarding subscription coordinators. Perch Energy supports the efforts to define the role of the subscription coordinators and create a process whereby customers can confirm that the subscription coordinators are legitimate companies, and also supports the proposed application process as being reasonable and straightforward. So for all these reasons, staff recommends the commission enter order number 10927 to publish the proposed regulations as follows.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else who wishes to comment?
Mr. Chairman, this is,
Commissioners, do you have any questions?
Mr. Chairman, this is Commissioner Gray. Yes, I have a question. So on the provision about the notice for the ownership change, when an ownership changes in this scenario, is there a requirement that the commission issue a license or a certificate to a new owner?
I don't believe so, Commissioner Gray. It would just be notice would be provided.
Okay, very good. If that's the case, and if no other commissioner has a question, I would submit and move that we adopt order number 10927 as submitted.
I second.
Is there any discussion on the motion? Commissioner Correa?
Aye.
Commissioner Conaway? Commissioner Drexler?
Aye.
Mr. Gray?
Hearing, aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries. Number 2 is in the matter of application of Illegal Energy Delaware LLC. It is proposed order number 10897. Is there anyone representing Illegal Energy at the meeting?
I don't see anyone, Chair.
Thank you very much. Staff?
This is Kate Workman on behalf of staff. In July of 2025, Allego Energy filed an application to become an electrical supplier. Staff is recommending that the commission deny their application for the reasons outlined in the memo. Mostly there are some consumer protection concerns that we have with the company. They have a number of complaints lodged against them related to consumer protection issues, including solicitation, the enrollment of customers, altering recorded sales calls, among other things. Investigations into those allegations have resulted in regulatory fines, settlements, and class action litigation across several states. For those reasons, staff recommends that the commission enter order number 10897, denying the company's application for an electric supplier certificate. Thank you.
Okay, could you pull a record whether or not they were notified to be present today?
Yes, they were notified to be present. I emailed them before the agenda went out, asking if they would like to agree to the denial. They never responded, and the the agenda was sent out in proper form, so they had received notice. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioners, any questions?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I have a question for Ms. Workman. So I know that the PSC looks at many, many applications from electric suppliers to solicit in Delaware. Is it unusual that a company has improper solicitation practices and altering sales calls and several of the other things you mentioned? Is this unusual?
The number and volume are unusual. That's the problem. So we recognize that complaints are part of doing business, but what is not a part of doing business is the number of complaints and the number of fines and settlements and class action litigation that has happened.
Any other questions?
Mr. Chair, I move that we adopt order number 10897 as presented.
Second the motion?
Is there any discussion on the motion? Commissioner Correa,
Aye.
Commissioner Conaway,
Aye.
Commissioner Drexler,
Aye.
Commissioner Gray.
Aye.
I vote aye as well. The motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Workman. Number 3 is in the matter of the adoption of rules and regulations to implement the provisions of 26 Delaware Code, Chapter 10, relating to the creation of a competitive market for retail electric supply service. Proposed order number 10928. And I assume staff has this.
Yes, this is Kate Workman on behalf of staff. Around this time last year, a little later, the commission and the governor's office received a large number of complaints regarding high bills. As part of this, the investigation suggested that perhaps our lax electric supplier regulations may have contributed to some people's high bills, particularly with third-party electrical suppliers. So we have been working to amend this regulation since that time. In April, the commission reopened the regulation. April 30th, staff had a workshop to discuss amendments with interested stakeholders. The amendments were published in October of 2025. As a result of that publication, we received comments from Delmarva Power, suggesting additional changes to help protect consumers even more. Staff agreed with those substantive changes, and because the new proposed amendments are requiring substantive changes, unlike in the previous regulation that you just heard about where staff made a small change that wasn't really substantive. We made several larger changes, and we have to republish them and go through the whole regulatory process again. So we're going to have to republish them, hold another hearing, and then discuss any comments that are received before publishing is final. So staff requests that the commission enter order number 10928 to republish the proposed amendments to 3001. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Workman. Any questions, commissioners?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, one question. Kate, how long do you anticipate getting to the point where they can be finalized and have some effect?
I believe we are going to be able to publish in the February register, and then beginning of March, our first commission meeting of March, we'll hold the hearing. The comment period will have to stay for an additional 15 days after that. So you would vote on a final regulation sometime in April. And then depending on the meeting schedule, hopefully there's a meeting before the 15th. If there's not a meeting, and we can get them published as final in May. If there's not a meeting, we might have to push that to June. It just depends on when the meetings fall, because we have to have all our documents turned into the register by the 15th, or they won't publish it in the next month. So it just depends on when the meetings fall, but we're looking at May.
Okay, that's a good range estimate. Unless the commissioners have other questions, Mr. Chair, I'd like to move that we adopt order number 10928 as submitted.
I second the motion.
Any discussion? Commissioner Correa,
Aye.
Commissioner Conaway,
Aye.
Commissioner Drexler,
Aye.
Commissioner Gray,
Aye.
and I vote aye. The motion carries. Thanks again, Ms. Workman. Number 4 is in the matter of Delmarva Power and Light Company's application for approval of affordability and load flexibility portfolio. Proposed order number 10929. And I guess Ms. Shen, is she present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please proceed.
Thank you, and good afternoon. Happy New Year. Zishang Shen on behalf of Delmarva Power and Light Company. And before the commission is proposed order number 10929, which I want to clarify for the record. The order is to open the docket in this proceeding to consider Delmarva Power's application for approval of its proposed affordability and load flexibility portfolio. On December 9th, 2025, Delmarva Power filed the application, including supporting testimony and schedules. This filing comes at a time when energy needs across our state are rapidly evolving, and Delaware is leading the charge in advancing clean energy policy. At the same time, the company recognizes that our customers across the state are facing higher costs of living across the board. As set forth in the filing, Delmarva Power has developed a comprehensive set of programs and initiatives designed to empower customers with modern options to manage their energy use and realize long-term cost savings. These initiatives will also benefit the electric grid with flexible, dispatchable load reductions and support the state's energy policy goals. In addition, Delmarva Power has proposed the introduction of a new residential time of use rate, which is an optional rate designed to incentivize customers to shift energy use to designated off-peak hours and take advantage of lower hourly rates. This new rate is proposed as an improvement over the current time of use rate offered, and the aim is to be more appealing to customers and the uptake rate. The company also requests approval of an affordability and load flexibility rider to recover portfolio program costs amortized over 10 years. As explained in the filing, the company will tightly manage costs and budgets for the portfolio programs, maintaining fiscal discipline while providing for modern demand response options. The proposed order establishes a deadline of January 30th, 2026 for petitions to intervene and designates a hearing examiner to oversee the proceeding and ultimately present the commission with proposed findings and recommendations. Delmarva Power thanks staff for preparing the proposed order and for allowing the company the opportunity. We respectfully ask that the commission approve proposed order 10929 as presented. Thank you.
Thank you. Any commissioners with questions?
Yes, I have a question for Ms. Shen. Have you estimated the cost of the program?
As far as total costs, I'm not sure if we have specific numbers of costs. I do have a colleague on the line, Jacob Sneeden, who's Director of Regulatory Initiatives. I don't know if he might be able to address that, or we can.
Yeah, we can follow up. The cost is under $1, but I don't have the specific off the top of my head.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Gray, one question.
Yes, sir.
So is the program scope covering only residential ratepayers or all ratepayer categories?
Well, the focus of the portfolio programs are on residential customers, but depending on the specific program, there's impact on non-residential as well. And the idea is to promote savings across the entire.
So one follow-up. So I guess the motive for the question is in view of data centers coming, for example, if you've got affordability and load flexibilities, I'd be interested, and I know we're opening this docket, I'd be interested to understand a little better exactly what the scope is going to be and how any or individual category of ratepayer is going to fit into the program to the benefit of the overall outcome.
Certainly, and that we will keep that in mind going throughout the proceeding. And as you mentioned, there's multiple initiatives and proposals that have been filed in recent weeks, and we will certainly make sure to be clear about the interaction.
Very good. Mr. Chair, I'm prepared to move that we adopt order number 10929 as submitted.
The motion?
Is there any discussion? Commissioner Correa,
Aye.
Commissioner Conaway,
Aye.
Commissioner Drexler,
Aye.
Commissioner Gray,
Aye.
and I vote aye, and the motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Shen. Number 5 is in the matter of the tariff filing by Chesapeake Utilities, reference Ellendale. Order number 10930. Is Mr. O'Brien present?
Yes. Thank you, Chair Winslow and Commissioners. Bill O'Brien on behalf of Chesapeake Utilities. Last month, the town of Ellendale granted Chesapeake a franchise. The franchise agreement includes a franchise fee of 0.966 cents per therm, which is roughly equivalent to the 1 cent per CCF that we've agreed to in several of our earlier franchises. The fee will be recovered from customers within the town and then paid directly to the town. Proposed order number 10930 is the opening order in this docket, which is Chesapeake's application to add the fee to its tariff for town residents and businesses. The order directs the company to publish notice of its application and sets a hearing date of March 11th, 2026 before the Commission. We respectfully request that the Commission enter the proposed opening order number 10930. Thank you, and thanks to staff for its work on this.
Thank you, Mr. O'Brien. Commissioners, questions? We have a motion, please.
I move that we adopt the order number 10930.
I second.
Any questions on the motion? Commissioner Korea,
Aye.
Commissioner Conaway,
Aye.
Mr. Drexler,
Aye.
Mr. Gray,
Aye.
and I vote aye. The motion carries. Thank you, Mr. O'Brien.
Thank you.
And the first hearing schedule is the matter of the regulations governing termination of residential electric or natural gas service by public utilities. I assume we have someone from staff?
Yes, Kate Workman on behalf of staff, Commissioner. Today's hearing is for the commission to consider the adoption of the proposed amendments to Regulation 3002. These were published in October of 2025, and the December 2025 Register published the public notice that the public comment session was going to be today. To date, staff has received no written comments. At this time, I would like to invite any members of the public who would like to comment on the proposed regulation to come forward and share their comments with the commission. Seeing no one, pursuant to 29 Delaware Code 10118, the public comment period will remain open for an additional 15 days. The commission will deliberate on all comments at a later meeting. That concludes today's hearing on Regulation 3002. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Workman. Mr. Hardigan?
Thanks, Chairman Winslow. I just wanted to note that staff also supported the Delmarva Power and Chesapeake orders that the commission just approved as well. You'll note on the agenda, we do have a evidentiary hearing at the end of the month, which is going to bump up against our next commission meeting, which is on the 28th. So on that day, we'll start the commission meeting at 10 a.m. And then get right to our evidentiary hearing after that, the 28th. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you very much. The meeting is adjourned.